Hi Aries, welcome to your month ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. You know I truly love and appreciate you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And if you haven't yet, sign up to my mailing list. That is the only place that you will get the monthly general overview. Just like I do a weekly overview, which is, for everybody across the world. You will only get that if you are on my mailing list, and you can find that in the description box below. And for those of you that have given donations, thank you so much. It truly means the world. If you would like to, again, link in the description box below. So before we start, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what the month ahead has in store for you, Aries. So what are your actions and interactions with the world at large saying this month? So let's have a look at what July has to offer you. What are you doing this month? And this month you get the Knight of Cups, right? So we talk about the Knight of Cups as being an offer, right? Or a declaration of some kind that comes towards us. Well, this month it's you that's making the offer. It's you that's making the declaration. So this is the month. If you have your eye on somebody specific, this is the month for you to put your best foot forward and say to that person, you know what? I like you, I care about you, I would like to be with you, can I date you? Can I take you out on a date? Do you think we could move beyond the realm of friendship? That's one of the things that's really coming through with this card for me at the moment for you guys. I'm kind of getting the sense, especially for those of you that are single, obviously, not that I'm, inciting affairs and all sorts, you get like stoned to death on the bloody comments on YouTube. But all jokes aside, this suggests that those of you that are single, this month, I'm getting a real friendship vibe from it. This is about somebody that you like and care about that's in your world, and it's almost like you want to move out of the friend zone with this person and into the realm of possibly, a relationship. So that's really exciting. On another front, for some of you, this could be you offering work, it could be you offering a collaboration, but this very much, the Knight of Cups as your actions and interactions with the world at large, this is what you're doing. So it's you declaring your feelings for somebody, it's you offering to collaborate with somebody, it's you making the first initiatory steps, it's you the one that's, effectively, because when it comes to any kind of partnership, somebody has to make themselves, not necessarily vulnerable, but somebody has to put themselves on the line a little bit, right? To say, look, I would like to work with you, or I would like to be with you, or I would like to date you. So the Knight of Cups as your actions and interactions with the world at large, this is about you this month. This is a month where you are going to be very active, just like an Aries, with all of that dynamic energy and power. I think Mars it will be shifting into Leo this month as well, which is beautiful. Finally we get out of that Cancerian energy, which is great. And that will be giving you, because it will trine your sign, so it will be giving you that boost of energy. But what this really suggests for me is that this month it's you that are making the steps forward. It's you that's making those connections happen. It's you that's putting the effort in. And there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, if you can be the person that's putting the effort in, it does suggest that you will get a lot out of it. It does suggest that you will, you're putting your best foot forward, so to speak. So let's have a look at your money and materials this month. Wow, right, so you get the Magician card. This is a card that can sometimes, not often at all actually. Sometimes though, the Magician card can speak of an Aries person. Now, the Magician itself, it talks about manifesting your desires. It talks about having the smarts, the intelligence, the right words, the right essence of communication to communicate what your desires are and to make them a reality. This is about manifesting your desires or shaping your reality to fit the expectation, the want or the need or the desire that you have within you. The Magician card for your money and materials, this is fantastic. This is going to be an awesome month for money. In fact, you will probably be able to spin money out of a seemingly thin air, right? You will be able to create money, or money spinning ideas will very likely come to you this month. And with the Magician card, it does suggest that there is an element here of like a quick turnaround. That's the thing about the Magician card. It takes you from 0 to 100, just like an Aries, really, you know, really, really quickly. It does suggest as well, because it's right next to the Knight of Cups, if you are making an offer of a collaboration or to work with somebody, it can be very lucrative for both of you. The only thing that I will urge against here, because the Magician card is very self-directed and can be very self-focused, as can Aries. It must be mutually beneficial this month, and if you try to undercut somebody or you try to do any of that stuff, you will get discovered very, very quickly. So whatever it is that you're offering, make sure it's above board and make sure that it is mutually beneficial for all parties involved, because otherwise it will bite you in the butt. That's the other thing with the Knight of Cups. Because it is an open heart declaration, it needs to remain that. Right? Otherwise it kind of tends to backfire. But money and materials looks absolutely wonderful this month. Like, you're able to generate finances and generate more money. When it comes to work, especially, work looks very, very good for you this month. It actually looks like some of you are getting that promotion. This is the month for you to go for it, for you to ask for what it is that you want. And because you've got the Knight of Cups there and the Magician card, and Mars is moving into Leo this month, it's really important that you are ready to act. It's really, you know, Leo's all about being seen. So this month, if you want something, if you want a promotion, if you want to make more money, you've got to be ready, willing and able to do that, you know, to go forward and present yourself and say, look, this is what I want. Speak your desires out into the world and you shall manifest your desires. So your communications with the world at large, you've got the Page of Pentacles, right? So let's talk about your communications first, right? The Page of Pentacles does suggest that you are getting more grounded and more practical in the way that you deliver things. So you're starting to think, you know, right next to the Magician card as well, you're starting to think about what you're saying. I'm not saying that you don't always, but you get my drift. You're starting to think about what you're saying and how that can be received. This is about you. You're really noticing other people this month. You're really, you know, and that's not a bad thing. It kind of suggests that Aries is still self-directed and self-focused, but you're doing it through the guise of understanding how your interactions work with other people, how that kind of spirit of collaboration works and doesn't work, what the dynamics are there. So in your communications, you've got the Page of Pentacles. This sees, as far as I'm concerned, this sees this month you experimenting with styles of communication. It sees you experimenting and playing, you know, for some of you, you might invite people over and have conversations and discussions with people that you wouldn't normally have. You know, and through that you could be coming up with some very lucrative ideas. Page of Pentacles also talks about hobbies, personal business, you know, things that you do in a small way that can become lucrative. So it looks like through conversation, through communication, through interaction and collaboration this month, you could do very, very well when it comes to finances. And it looks like you're really stepping out of your own proverbial box. You're starting to look at aligning yourself with things and possibly even some people that, you know, people might not necessarily, you know, if they know you, people might not necessarily say, you know, actually they and that go together. This is you thinking outside of your own proverbial box, which is a really exciting place to be. All right, so your love sector, let's have a look at your home and heart, or your heart and hearth. And you've got the Page of Cups, right? So you've got two pages here straight away. Now, the things that I always talk about with the pages, they are in effect, in essence, markers of consciousness. Now, what do I talk about when I mean markers of consciousness? They tell you about a shift or a change that is happening in your life or in your world, right? And the Page of Cups is, well, firstly, you've got the Page of Cups in the water sector, which is really interesting. For those of you that are single, this is you seeing... you want more excitement. This month you're saying to yourself, I want somebody that can be like me, somebody that is all of that, but is also a big kid, somebody that's in touch with who they actually are. There is a part of you this month, Aries, where you really are all about the feels, right? You're all about the other person. There's this the feeling that I get is like there's this whole new dimension that is opening up to you, right? And whereas before it was about action and passion and drive, this month it takes on a different quality, a different texture. This is the part of the Martian or the Aries one, where you start to look at the world around you and other people. You're getting, and if actually Mars in Cancer will have done this, it will have softened you in some way and given you an understanding of what people's needs are, what people's wants are, what people's desires are, and what it is that they truly want at the core of those desires. And it's giving you a softer approach. It's giving you this ability to look at other people, their wants and their needs, and kind of say, okay, I see you now more as a complete person. Not that you didn't before, but you've got this extra dimension of how to see people, how to see interactions, how to navigate all of that stuff. It's a really interesting quality. So for those of you that are single, somebody that is down to earth but also a little bit childish. So when I say childish, I don't mean like spitting their dummy out the pram every 5 minutes. I mean somebody that has that zest for life but curiosity and like that desire just to learn and laugh and do things and grow. For those of you that are partnered, Page of Cups right next to the Page of Pentacles, this is a beautiful month for relationships for you guys. You and your partners are communicating in a spirit of love, in a spirit of foundation, in a spirit of mutually respective and receptive feeling and emotion. Not things that you would necessarily associate with Aries, right? But there is a totally different texture and tone that's coming in this month, and it's really going to cement your path forward. I mean, you've got basically all earth and water here, with the exception of the Magician, which is a little bit of air. But this is a really interesting month for you guys. I think it's going to be really, really great in all senses. I don't feel anything here that really kind of throws a spanner in the works. I mean, if anything, you might be acting so different that some people are like, okay, who are you and what have you done with whoever, whatever your name is. So the first week of the month, you've got the Chariot card, right underneath that Knight of Cups. If there could very well be some kind of spontaneous travel, and it could be that you are initiating this spontaneous travel. It could be that you're saying, right, you know what, let's get a group of us together and go away for the weekend, or go away for a day, or let's go to the beach, let's go to the seaside. There's something about this where you are offering to give people that shake up that everybody needs in their lives. It's almost like this month you're going to be saying to people, especially in this first week of July, come on, we need to have more fun, we're not done yet. And that's the truth of it, right? I think with each barrier of a year that you add to the candles on the cake, I think you start to realise and give way a little more every time to the fact that actually there's no such thing as old. It's about how you feel, right? And you're really living that truth this month. So yeah, the Chariot card is a victory and a success. So for those of you that are looking to collaborate, for those of you that are declaring your feelings for somebody, it looks like this first week of the month is very, very good for that. So straight out of the gate. Even though Mercury is retrograde, so yeah, we need to think about that, but it does go direct on the 31st. Second week of the month, you've got the Empress right underneath the Magician. This is growth, this is fruitfulness, this is abundance. This is, your money in your material sector is lit up this month. There is, money accessible to you. Even with Mercury retrograde, it does look like this month you are able to spin ideas, you're able to communicate ideas, and you're able to get people fired up and passionate up enough to believe in whatever it is that you're presenting forward. Like I said, keep it mutually beneficial and all above board, and it will serve you very, very well. That looks lovely. The third week of the month, the Sun card. Fucking hell, Aries. Like, damn. This is your month. Aries is on fire this month. So you've got the Sun card underneath the Page of Pentacles. Your communications are blessed this month, right? You are really walking the talk. And that's the difference as well. Aries is never afraid to act. You guys are strong, you're bold, you're pioneering. You have that spirit of let's get it done. Page of Pentacles gives you that grounded sort of practical approach of how to speak to people. Sorry, I got a bloody itchy nose, it's driving me mad. And you've got the Sun card here in the third week, which is blessing and expanding that. Any ideas that you have, any thing that you bounce off of friends and family this month is going to be really, really fruitful. Be sure to open up your ideas to people. And if you can't, necessarily share the idea itself, at least have conversations around the topic with people that you care about, because the chances are you'll gain a whole different set of insights that you wouldn't have had before. Don't be afraid to lean on or reach out to other people. It's a very, very blessed month for you. Very, very blessed month. In fact, July, as I see these two together, starts or sets off a whole year's worth of growth and abundance. And so the things that you're sort of starting or settling on or deciding now are going to pave the way for the next 12 months. And then finally, you've got the Fool card in the fourth week of the month, right underneath the Page of Cups. I mean, for some of you, you're hearing about a birth this week, or certainly in the last week of the month, you're hearing about a birth, or somebody is pregnant. You're hearing that news that somebody is pregnant, or possibly even you have conceived, right? So if you're a woman, obviously. And yeah, so with the Fool card underneath the Page of Cups, relationships look lovely, but there's definitely somebody new coming in here. And this isn't somebody that you know now. It's not even somebody that's in your orbit. This is somebody that is completely outside of and separate to everything and everyone that you have known before. And with the Page of Cups there as well, it suggests that those of you that are coupled, your relationship just takes on this fun and exciting dynamic this month. And it can be really almost like me, us against the world, me and you till the wheels fall off. Even for the more mature of couples, I'm hearing Katy Perry's teenage dream coming, like, you make me feel like a teenager again. Like, your relationship is getting back to that dynamic, which is great. I mean, I'm jealous, man. I want to be an Aries this month. Alright, so let's have a look at your key to the month. What is the extra info that the tarot has for you? This month you get the 10 of Wands. It's time to let your burdens go, right? It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to elevate. I gotta say this, it's like you're a caterpillar this month, right? And this month can see you turn into the butterfly, but you've got to be willing to cut the ties with the past. In fact, this is a brand new spread, right? Imagine it like that. This whole month of July is about everything new for you. So the key for the month in the 10 of Wands is basically saying to you, whatever or whoever has held you back or down, or has not served to make you a better, more whole or complete person, it's time for you to really let it go. This is like one of the best months of the year for you, Aries, so far, I would say. And with this 10 of Wands as your key, whatever it is that is a burden to you now, you've got to let it go. The choice really is yours. It can be all of this and all of that, or you can keep hanging on to whatever baggage it is that you've got at the moment, and it will kind of stay the same. Change is on you this month, right? It's all there waiting for you, but it's going to require you to do what an Aries does best and do something new or something different. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. Take care, and I'll see you very soon.